Looking forward to most training camp number 3.
Training camp number 3. I think I'm just looking forward to just balling with no thinking. I think a certain thing about being in two defenses, being a safety, is the mental aspect of the game and clicking. When you're the last line of defense, you got to be on your T and be able to communicate and get in and out. I feel a lot more comfortable with me communicating with my teammates and being where I need to be.
How big of a camp is this for you?
This is huge. This is huge for me on a personal note. I think I really got to show out and really ball out and, prove why I should be here and why I deserve to be playing in the NFL.
Why do you feel that way? I mean, you were a first-round pick, so to me, your draft position justifies why you're here, but why do you feel like you need to prove why you're here?
I mean, the NFL is you always got to prove yourself day in and day out. Just because you get drafted first round, that doesn't mean you're just handed anything. You got to understand that, these are jobs. It's unfortunate I broke my leg. That's long behind me, right? And I got the opportunity to learn the defense and not be rushed where something bad could happen again. So now I just have to use this opportunity to show, hey, all right, I haven't lost a step. I'm still that same Lou that you guys drafted.
Okay, and you're positive you haven't lost a step?
I have not lost a step, no.
Perfect. Thank you, Lewis. Good to see you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you guys.
That's the best of my ability, and God's plan, and the rest is going to work out, man. No matter what that is, you know what I mean? Good, bad, ugly, whatever it ends up as is what it will be. So I'm going to put my best foot forward every day. To answer your question, that's how I'm going to approach it.
Do you like your chances then to be here come week 1 at New York?
I'm always going to bet on myself. I'm always going to bet on myself to perform at the level that I know I can. I have some great teammates around me, as you guys know. There's some great competitors out here on this field that I'm grateful to be a part of. So I'm always going to bet on myself. I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in the Minnesota Vikings. But at the end of the day, man, it's truly not about what can Dalton Risner do come week 1? What can Dalton Risner do in camp? Selfishly, deep down, we all care about that. I'm not going to deny that. But it's really, where will the Minnesota Vikings be week 1? I want to win football games this year. I've been in the league 6 years. I've never been to the playoffs, man. So whatever the Minnesota Vikings need to do to be ready for week 1 and to win this season and be where we want at the end of the year, I'm game for it, baby. Let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Doc.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
I was just feeling overwhelmed, so I just had to let it be known that Minnesota got the best fan base out in the NFL. So I really appreciate it, the love, the welcoming. I mean, there's nothing like no other for real.
And the good thing is you already know a lot of things, so getting up to speed, right? It's more so, okay, I'm back with the guys. Let me dive back into things I know. There's always going to be a new wrinkle.
Right, yeah, because got different defensive coordinators. So the biggest thing is just getting in, learning, getting up under the guys, seeing what they know and what they can help me with. That's kind of where I'm at right now, just learning.
There's been some new additions, but the application of the returnees too. What's it been like to see what this defense might look like?
Oh man,
going forward?
It's great. Coach got a lot of different things already that's great for the defense, different schemes and things like that. And like one, for instance, like Harry, like Cam, Fofo, they just all just the same kind of guys, same energy. It's very welcoming. I love it. I love it.
Were you surprised that the opportunity came back the way it did, or had you been thinking it might be possible?
I was thinking it might be possible for sure. I was hoping it was possible. I talked to Quincy a little bit, and he kind of confirmed a little something with me. And ever since then, I've been staying in shape, trying to get ready, hopefully waiting for a call, and it came, and I was jumped right on it.
Why do you think you have been able to connect with this fan base? I mean, you played here one season, and there's
I feel like I came in at a time of need. Usually, we was on a hot streak at the time, and a big game in Buffalo. It was a primetime game, and you come in and make that play right away before anybody knows your name, and kind of just build off of that. And I feel like I did that, and they loved it, man. And the energy that they came with, I just feed off of it. Honestly, I feed off of them more than they know it. So I don't want to let them down. So that's kind of my thing.
You made plays, though, when you came. Yeah. You made plays and you brought energy. Is that kind of the game plan here?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's always the game plan. Make as much plays as you can when the opportunity arises. So that's all you can really do, stay in this league. The more plays you make, the more you hang around. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
How hard is it in the offseason kind of not knowing where you're going to be, and then all of a sudden it kind of turns out really good for you?
Oh, man, this is the first offseason I went through that. So it was definitely challenging. A lot of talks with yourself. You kind of got to just keep a positive mindset, train like you on the team, so you can be ready when the opportunity comes, because it's not like it's gonna come every time. So you got to be ready when it comes.
So you're really appreciative.
Oh, I'm grateful. super grateful.
Anything extra you did to keep your game sharp in a non-team setting?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was training like crazy that back home in Atlanta. Working with my trainers and guys like that to keep my footwork sharp. And get up here when I did the workout yesterday, everything fell in place, so it worked out.
You got a plane that got you here too.
Oh yeah, yeah. You ain't lying about that.
What do you like most about B-Flow so far?
Oh man, he's a good guy. His personality, he's chill, seems like at first. I'm still trying to get to know him as much as I can. He's just a good guy. I talked to him a little bit. You know, he kind of down-to-earth guy, easy to talk to. You know, I can relate to him, and I talked to a couple other guys around the defense, and they kind of said positive things about him, things of how he attacks certain situations after games and things like that. And I appreciate it. So I've been knowing B-Flow for a little minute since he's been in Miami. I've been watching him. When I was in Chicago, he was in Miami. We actually played him in a joint practice, and he came up. That was my first time experiencing him. So I watched him then, watching how he's coaching guys and how he moving around. He's the same thing out here. So I'm excited to get with him.
Be productive, spread enthusiasm throughout the team, makes the days more productive, the team better. So like, whatever you're doing in life, like if I wasn't here and I was doing something else, I would approach it the same way. This, fortunately, is pretty cool to be a part of. So yeah, I just try to approach it with that mindset and be infectious.
Being that you're still out here, obviously you feel like you have much more to give. How much more do you feel like you have to give this team on a week-to-week basis?
I still feel like if I'm available, I'm gonna be a good ball player. So that's the goal. It's always been the goal. Being available is not something I take lightly. Like, it's hard to do in this league every week. So there's things you do off the field, taking care of your body, living the right way, just preparing. And those are things too, like young guys can watch and learn, and that will make the team better, that will make their careers better. So I'm fortunate to be in this position and don't take it lightly. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
Yes, sir, you too.
The expectations on the team this year, if you believe people, they're not saying a lot of great things about the Vikings right now. Is that okay with you as a guy who's been around here a long time?
I've never really been like using hate as motivation. I kind of try to lean on the people who believe in us and lean on the people who are in this building and try to prove the people here right. So I don't really get caught up in all that.
Brian, what do you think the offensive line has to do to be better at for the running game to be better this year?
I think fundamentals, obviously. It always starts with fundamentals. And then, managing a new quarterback is going to present some challenges too in terms of just communication. There's going to be a new voice, and we can put a lot more on our plate in terms of how we call certain things in the run game and take it upon ourselves to push it in the right direction.
You probably addressed this at the beginning, but when it comes to communication and consistency, especially getting CD signed, how important is that to have that consistent group that you have?
Oh, it's great. Right before we went out to one of our team periods today, Coach Cooper said, this is our third year together, this group up here. So, there's no reason in the world why we shouldn't be the best unit out there, and let's go make it happen. And just, we believe in each other, we understand the system, we understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, and hopefully we can, but it all starts here, putting in good work. Thanks, guys.
Being able to play in the slot, play in the outside, being able to attack down the field, and just being able to win one-on-one coverage.
In regards to breaking down this team and just installing the offense, how would you rank Kevin O'Connell's install process and helping you guys learn and be able to play fast and free?
Honestly, just giving us bits at a time. We have a bunch of meetings to where we go over things in depth, and we also have walkthroughs to where we can come out here and translate and play fast on the practice field.
What does Justin Jefferson bring to that receiver room that maybe guys at home or viewers at home don't get a chance to see on a day-to-day basis?
Honestly, just consistency, the work ethic. It starts in the meeting rooms, translates into the weight room, and then he brings the same thing out here on the field. It doesn't just happen in the game times. You see it out here in practice as well.
All right, now what are you seeing from the four quarterbacks that you guys have on this roster? What do you hope for them this upcoming season?
Honestly, just great competition, just, competing hard every day, pushing each other to come better. Like I said, just when everybody's competing and going hard at each other, it makes everybody else better.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Both made plays today, so I'm confident in whoever's back there. And then, like I said, we got weapons all around, so you can't just pick one guy to X out because if you pick him, the next person is going to go off for the next person. So that's very exciting to me as well.
What's been one big takeaway from the quarterbacks that you've watched that you've kind of learned throughout minicamp, off season, and now here through the first day of training camp?
Both of them are confident, and that's something you got to have at the quarterback position if you want to be successful. You got to be confident, and they're both team players, and they both want to succeed, and they lift everybody up. So when you got two guys like that, you're going to be successful, and I'm rooting for both of them, and we're going to help both of them along the way as well.
I know you've been an underdog in your career, especially with Jordan Love last year. How do you embrace that mentality and rub it off on your younger teammates? You know, kind of not to block out the naysayers and the noise and focus on the now.
It kind of feels like that, similar to, like you said, how it was last year in Green Bay. Nobody thought much of us, and we surprised a lot of people. So I get that same feeling here. A lot of narratives are being put out there across the NFC North. You know, and the Vikings aren't mentioned at all, but that's kind of how we want it. We want to be right there, and when it's time to play, the players really do the narrating, and we'll shock a lot of people. So you know, the analysts can say what they want, but the players have to do the playing.
The one question I have for you, I don't know if you were asked this already, seeing a Coach O'Connell offense from afar is one thing, but being in it, what did you realize from it afar? Now being in it, you're like, oh, this is love. This
is everything I've been missing. You know, he's a special coach, and just the way he can incorporate players into offense and draw up schemes for players is special, and you can feel it in OTAs. I got that feel, and I'm just like, man, this is what I need to really show the true player that I am.
15 plus touchdowns this year?
I think some more than that.
When you say show the true player that you are, like, you don't think people know already?
I feel like I'm still slept on. I feel like I don't get the respect that some of these other running backs get, but I feel like at the end of my career, when you look up and you look at the stats, I'll be right up there with the best of them. But for now, I'm just going to keep my head down, keep working, and like I said, at the end of career, we can look up and measure that.